Sitting at the intersection of time, space, reality, and fiction floats the yellow eye. Always watching, never blinking. His gaze has witnessed all that has happened before and knows what is yet to come. Countless stories of hope, hate, heroics, and heartbreak. It has no mouth by which to speak these lessons, so it calls upon its head clearer to tell these stories by word and by deed. Heed the yellow eye's lessons as it gazes upon its servant, just as the eyeball gazes upon you. Our story has already begun.
Hello, my children, and welcome in. My name is Alynn Yellowhite, but tonight I am the Dungeon Master. It's time to do the Dungeons and the Dragons. Another episode of a series of unfortunate decisions is right before us. We'll get into talking and saying hello to all the players here shortly and go over kind of... That was a snack. Kind of where we left off and all that. So without further ado, a deer, a female deer. Let's get them unmuted.
+1's pretty powerful, man.
+1 is pretty powerful.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hola.
You look like a +1.
Yeah. I am a, yes. I don't know. Sure.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, but yes. I agree with mostly everything that you said. So, welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. When we left off, our party had split up again, with one staying on the ship, Nate, getting drunk and drunker, while also being yelled at by a magic mouth that just keeps saying things over and over and over again that he's just been ignoring. Everyone else went back to shore, including Oceanus. And all of you returned to town, and as you returned to town, the sun was coming up. As soon as the guards saw you, they had run to announce to the council that you had returned. And by the time you kind of got back to the town center, you were already being escorted to the town hall to meet with the rest of the folks there, the rest of the town council. So as you arrive in the room, the normal same group of people are there. As far as Ida, the older lady, Gellin, Erlander, Fireborn, with the peg leg, Manistrad Copperlocks, the dwarven female who is in charge of the mines, and of course Anders as well. And with them all sitting there, kind of looking at you expectantly, Erlander kind of looks at the group and says, "It looks like you lost one and gained one. Did the cat whisperer die?"
No, he refused to come back with us, having claimed the ship for his own. And something about all those barrels of whiskey.
So the ship is still intact?
Mostly?
What?
Well, yeah, mostly.
What
We-
what about the crew?
Mulvane will look down at his belt.
Erlander kind of follows your gaze and goes, I see. Then it's recoverable, this ship.
I'll send out some repair folks and potentially a new mast for it, but yeah. Because we might have shattered that mast into a few splinters. Might have.
Indeed. Fine. If that's the case, then we will dispatch folks at once. Where was she laid? Just south of the house into the water, or where was she left?
On the water.
That sounds about right. Not too far away from that abandoned house.
All right. And so with that,
Brothel, yes.
yes. So Ida,
We
What?
did have these. Mulvane will shake out his bag.
okay,
And the weapons will fall out.
just the 10 bundle or the 8 bundles of weapons with all the morning stars and long swords and all that stuff, still wrapped in the oilcloth.
Yeah, with one slightly tiered. Yep.
There were some lizard folk aboard that mostly got away. I think did we dispatch one of them?
Yes.
Point to the one face on his belt.
The one lizard face on Wilvane's belt. Did you say lizard folk?
Yeah. They had made mention of buying weapons and waiting for a shipment. And that's where we assume that's why there was these weapons on board.
Seems that they
That
were
would probably make sense. Okay. Ida, get you some men together that can get on that ship, and we'll bring that back to shore. We'll engage with another ship that, if worst case scenario, we'll pull it. We'll just hook up some grappling hooks and we'll pull it into port. And you say that was there still contraband on the ship? I'm assuming you said yes, since you mentioned something about whiskey.
Whiskey, brandy. There was several barrels of liquor.
Indeed.
Some silk, some other trade goods. Sure, the town would be interested in all that.
Unless Nate got through it all
You'll
before
probably
you
be
find
gone.
him.
Oh, you might want to hurry. The cat whisperer is on board and doesn't seem keen on not being absolutely hammered.
The whole boat smells like urine for some reason. I don't know.
Well, it is a pirate ship. Good enough. So there's a couple of like a little bit of this indistinct talking. Ida pointing to a couple of folks who kind of get up and leave. It seems like there's a lot of activity. It's like you've given us much to think about with all of this. We will go ahead and recover the ship, and well, once we get it back, we'll discuss the pay, as it were. But in the meantime, you have all earned yourselves a well-deserved rest. So please, just rest and relax, and we will call you once we have recovered the ship and that we are ready to pay you.
Excuse me, but it's my money and I want it now.
Do you think I just have it on me right this second?
Shouldn't you? We're back.
Not all of you.
I didn't know that was a part of the arrangement.
Well, then apparently you're
not going to ask questions about this other thing here?
Are you talking about the weapons?
No, the extra person.
I assumed that you came upon them and they joined your band. Is that not correct?
I don't know who it is. I wanted its face. He told me.
So Oceanus kind of steps forward and with a graceful bow says, I am Oceanus of a small tribe of sea elves. I had been interested in the comings and goings of that particular ship, and in my investigation I had been captured. These fine people rescued me, and I am in their debt. And you can kind of see just Erlander shaking his head. He kind of puts his hand over his face a little bit. May the gods have mercy on you if you owe them your life.
Oh, Lord. So, if it's going to be a hot minute before we get paid, I move that we go down to the bar and get drunk. Drinks are on me tonight. Any takers?
I do have this map.
Map.
Map?
Yes. It's like a document that you store topography on.
Yes.
It has place names.
Really, let
Mel
me
just slaps his forehead.
let me see.
Very well, Anders.
What do you know of these lizard folk as well?
We normally don't have any direct contact with them. They've been known to be in the swamp, just part of the marshes, but we've never had an issue with them.
Do you know why they would be taking arms?
No, and that worries me. It's well known that they have no ability to craft their own metal weapons. But why they would need that much? And he kind of looks at the pile of weapons that are still wrapped in the oilcloth on the floor that had just been unceremoniously dumped there. And that is something else we in the council will have to discuss. But as I said, you deserve a rest. We will go recover the ship. Your new friend, Oceanus, was it? Welcome to Saltmarsh. You are free to enjoy our hospitality. And we will send a messenger when we are ready to reconvene.
The map?
Yes. May I have it?
Well, no, but you can look. I also had a note, but I seem to have misplaced it.
Oh.
Wolverine will rummage through his faces looking for that scrap.
Looking through faces to find some paper?
There was a note, right? Yeah,
there
was
should have
definitely a note. I don't know where it is.
There should have been. Did you actually not put it in your? I thought I gave it to you.
I thought it was an image.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there the contract or something with the signed lizard face?
The map is in the images, but the...
Yeah, hold on. Map. I thought I gave that to you, but maybe I didn't. Is it that one? No. No. Okay, somehow I don't know where that went. I'll have to find that as well. I thought I gave it to you, but maybe I didn't.
And just to clarify, you said each of those bars was 500 gold pieces a spot?
It should be, if you look at them, this should tell you.
100 EP a piece?
Yeah, 100 EP, so that's 500 gold, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just
Or,
making sure I
I'm
get
sorry.
the number.
Yeah, 500.
Okay,
'Cause
perfect.
it's... All right, so if we promise to give you this map back, could we have one of our clerks make a copy of it?
No. I will attend the clerk and they can copy it in front of me. I would rather not lose it.
That is acceptable.
And they can copy the note when I find it too. It's somewhere here.
If anything, we can use it as a cross-reference, and perhaps we'll figure out exactly where this map points us as well.
Seems clearly labeled.
Okay. And with that,
Okay.
he hands it off to a clerk who heads towards the clerk's door on the left side of the room and is kind of waiting for you to follow him. With the door open.
Oh, well. Very well.
All right.
Wilbane out.
Okay. So with that, Wilbane heads out. Everybody else, what are y'all doing?
What time of day is it?
It's early morning, basically, because the whole everything that you did on the ship happened overnight, essentially, because it showed up in the middle of the night. And so it is actually the beginning of the day.
We haven't rested yet, have we?
No, you haven't. But you're gonna have time. That's what I'm basically. So, like, if there's any shopping or anything like that you plan on doing, y'all are gonna have some downtime.
As far as the RP is concerned, old boy's gonna need a nap, and then he wants to go hit the magic vendor if anyone wants to go shopping.
So, Mel, you're gonna use your first week to go to the quartermaster, the IU's quartermaster, and see what they have.
Yep, with an
Okay.
open-ended invitation to anybody that's around and interested in magic items. Old boy's got money, let's spend it.
I'm gonna follow Mel.
I could use some new items. I'm severely missing my old gear.
Okay. Give me a second here. Captain's quarters. Do.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
I want to meet up with Mel when he heads out to do some shopping, and but before I do so, can I do a little side thing?
What are you doing?
I just want to take a quick walk out by the pier, and I put my arm out, and a raven comes and lands on my arm.
Okay.
I've summoned a fine familiar raven.
Okay.
It's,
So you took an hour to.
yeah, so on our way back into port, I took an hour to summon my raven Mordecai, and I just I want him to land on me and just, hey Mordecai, and go see if you can find our Nate friend, and just kind of shove him off on his way.
Okay. and then he just out and about and gone. All right, no worries. I found it's just called document, by the way, Wilvain. I don't know if it's in your inventory.
No.
As per previous assignments, on the green terms, and there's a signature with a lizard tongue.
Okay.
If you don't, I'll drop it into your inventory so you have that. Yeah, I thought I did give this to you, but I guess I am an idiot and did not. All right, cool. There's that document. And then the other thing were the map. Yep, crudely drawn map with a promontory and. In case, let's make sure this is shared. Perfect. And essentially, it's just a black and white, drawn on the parchment. And what you see is what it is. Okay.
Oh, I closed it and it disappeared. Oh, it's unidentified map. Okay, cool.
Yep. So, yeah, Seabold, you have time during this first kind of day to handle that. Now we have the map thing sorted.
Why is the parrot so quiet?
Because I didn't cue up the sound to make him say it over and over again. That's why. Yeah.
Wolverine's getting concerned. There we go.
Okay. Patience of 8. Yeah, so, it's still doing its thing. Just on occasion. It seems very, it seems happy just to be with you, Wilvain. And perfect. So, yeah. So for this week, we already know. So Mel and Nessa are headed over to the IU's quartermasters for their So it takes about, just as a reminder on how it works when it comes to the magic items. If you're not looking for anything in particular, it takes about a week plus 50 gold per person, right? In order for her to do the necessary footwork to see what she can, from her network of buyers and sellers, to see what she can have readily available for you all to purchase. And then you could purchase them from her if you choose to do so. Once that week is up, essentially. If you're looking for something in particular, you have to negotiate with her on that, and it may take multiple weeks for her to actually find whatever it is that you are looking for, since you're asking for something specific, right? So in 1 week, you're going to get a list of things that she has available. However, if you're looking for something specific, that can take 1 to 4 weeks before she'll have what you're looking for.
So is it smart to browse her wares before we go and try to ask for something specific?
Either way, you got to pay $50 or 50 gold a week. That's her fee. That's not even the cost for the magic items.
Can we fence it through Mel and just?
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe.
Combine your orders.
Well, heck, if you guys have an idea of what you want, since I've already got a rapport with this gal, we could try it.
I mean, yeah, you've already bought something from her once already, so.
If you guys know what you want, I'll take orders.
What you really, really want.
I mean,
I can look for a +1/+2 bow for you, Nessa, if you want.
yeah, I was looking at the infused short bow.
Okay, yeah, so you two make your way to the quartermaster. And when you walk in, our tiefling friend, my dear little dwarf, you've come back, and with a friend in tow. Excellent. Are we doing business or pleasure?
Business.
Pleasure.
But
I mean, business.
business then pleasure by the sound of it, but I dare say first things first, I owe you 110 gold, and I need to pay you that before any further business goes on.
Indeed you do.
I still remember that favor I promised you, my god willing, but Mel steps forward and pulls out a bunch of gold pieces and sorts out the 110 and just slides it over on the table.
Yep, so she takes it, pulls it out, and separates them into like piles of 10 essentially to count them, and picks it up, reaches into a drawer, pulls out a lockbox, reaches down her bodice to pull out a key, unlocks it, and then puts the coins in there. Closes it back up, locks it, puts the key back where she got it from. Says, well, you're two here. What can I help you with?
I'm looking for 2 specific items currently. I'm looking for a magical shield. Hopefully maybe a +2, maybe a +1 depending on price. And I'm also looking for a magical bow of potentially +1 or +2 as well, depending on the price.
I'm not sure what +1, +2 means.
Oh, infused an infused shield and an infused bow.
Oh,
Short bow.
I see. So you're just looking for a enhanced short bow and an enhanced shield? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, again, standard prices. It's 50 gold per week. That is my finder's fee. I can't guarantee you how quickly that I can find these items, but I'll put out some feelers, and we'll see what we can do for you. So with that, of course, I would like my payment up front. Of course, you don't have to pay for the item until I find it, of course.
So you want 100 gold for 50 gold for each item you're looking for, or is it just 50?
Yes, it's 50 for each one. So yes, 100
Okay.
total for this week.
And platinum pieces, 10 gold pieces, right?
It is, yes.
I place 10 platinum on the table. Pleasure doing business with you, madam.
Indeed. I will let you know if I find anything.
Thank you. We'll be in town, and I'm sure you'll hear of us bar hopping and whatnot, so we'll be around for a little while.
Oh, don't you worry. I know all about where y'all are. My business to know.
Mel's gonna hear a voice in his head, and it's Will Vane's.
Okay?
I need a portable hoe. Don't ask.
Was that sending?
Message.
Oh, lordy. Mel puts his hand up to his face and just... So, also, I couldn't realize...
There's something new?
Yes. One other thing, it just came to me. I'm also looking for a portable hole. And Mel will pull out another 5 platinum pieces. If you can find one of those, I'd be most grateful.
I'll see what I can do. Those are rare. Very rare. But I will see what I can find. I'll see what I can find.
Indeed, and more specifically on that portable hole.
Yes.
I'd certainly be looking for a quote more initially if you hear something about that one. But yeah, the first two items are for sure we'd want to pick up, but the latter, I'm not even sure what kind of pricing we're looking at just yet, so I don't know.
Well, let's see if we can find it first, shall we?
Yeah, of course.
So Mel's gonna hear another voice in his head. Mel, it's Seabold. See if you can pick me up a cloak of Elvenkind.
He's just like, hey, I'm going out to get something. Does anyone need anything? Everyone's like, nah, man, we're good. And then they keep like, oh, wait, no, while you're there.
I swear, of all the...
What is wrong with you, Mel?
I keep hearing voices in my head of these crazy people that we travel with. I swear to you, I need a drink now. I pull out the sheep skin.
She kind of leans back while you're having this
meltdown?
fit. Yeah, this meltdown in the middle of her office, and she just kind of smiles. And the voices in your head are making me money, so I don't care either way. Matter of fact, I hope you hear more voices. So am I looking for something else as well?
Yes. One last thing. I'm looking for a cloak of Elvenkind.
Okay.
I turned to Nessa. Nessa, do you got a couple of gold pieces on you? Because this order's got...
overpay by like tons and tons of money?
I paid up debts that I had, and each item requires so much.
I mean, I can give you 50 gold.
You know what? Never mind.
Don't you have a bunch of Electrum bars?
I do. I just didn't want to cash. I just didn't want to cash them out.
I got you.
I pull out one of the Electrum bars and slide it over across the table.
Where?
For an Electrum.
Where did you get this?
I'm gonna withhold that information for the time being and ask if I can leave that as a deposit on any items that we're gonna come across after your fee on this next item.
She picks it up and kind of holds it and weighs it with her hands. She's like, oh, most definitely. Most definitely. You became my new favorite person.
Perfect. And Mel kind of just leans back. Okay, voices in the head. Anything else? No?
So we got the short bow, the shield, the cloak of Elvenkind. Oh, the portable hole. That was the other one. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I think the voices in my head are quiet for now. I think I'm going to take one from Nate's playbook and see if I can't drink them silent.
Okay.
And I bow before her. Thank you so much for your business. It's been a pleasure as always. And he kind of just turns and ambles off. Nessa, you want to get a drink? I need it.
Yeah, and as we walk, I just whisper, what the flip was that about?
Just as we get outside the door of this building, the wizard and the wizard and that damn changeling, that damn dwarf, I mean, they're whispering in my head about something, and they're in need of items. They couldn't make up their mind. They're using magic to whisper things to me.
You have a changeling and a dwarf in your head?
Funny story. Yes, they're two separate people. I've known a changeling in my lifetime. Several centuries ago. Yes.
But you only asked for 2 things.
I asked for 3, actually. Again, these voices in my head are driving me crazy at this point. I need a drink to silence them, especially the dwarf.
All right, I'll pay for the drink this time.
Thank you, madam. I appreciate you.
Going to the bar.
Yeah.
Going to the bar. All right. So with that, the first week goes by. During this time frame, it looks like she had no luck finding anything. So she's just going to be taking the cost of each additional week out of that Electrum bar that you already had given her as a down payment, essentially. So the first week goes by, and during this time, Nate, while you were in a drunken stupor on the ship, a couple of things happened. One, you passed out from drinking so much, and you had a lot of dreams of cats. You just couldn't stop dreaming about cats, and they kept hitting you with their tail, like in the face, just smacking you in the nose, just flipping you the whole time while it's happening. But you're woke up to the sound of voices topside, since I'm assuming you've been pretty much drinking down in the hold, correct?
Yeah, usually in that secret room we found all the weapons in.
Okay. You've just been hiding in the secret room. Got it. Yeah, so you start hearing voices topside when you wake up.
So I hear the magical mouths just start talking.
Yeah,
again.
it's yelling. It's yelling the what was it again, Wilvane? What is it? You still have it written down?
Yes.
Because I forgot what it was.
This ship belongs to the drunks. If you board this vessel without due authorization, your face will be removed from your skull and turned into leather. Thank you
Perfect.
for your cooperation, and have the day you deserve.
Perfect. So, yeah, so you hear that going off, and you hear some murmuring up top as well. So you're just hearing some voices. You're hearing the creak of wood, and you're starting to hear the sound of the ropes being pulled and tightened, followed by what sounds like hammering.
Just stay in my hidey hole then. Drink myself until I pass out.
Okay. Give me a perception check with advantage. All right. So you catch out of the corner of your eye because your dark vision is currently up and operational. You see something flick out of the corner of your eye. And when you turn to look, it kind of disappears behind you.
Oh god, not this again. Spin around in a circle and look for it. And
So as you start to spin, you can kind of catch a glimpse of it, but it seems to be staying like right at the same spot. The faster you spin, the it still stays like right in your peripheral vision. I mean, you can look at it, even if you turn your eyes, you can see it, and it looks like it's like fluffy and about 4 or 5 inches in diameter and just covered in hair.
I would have had a rest at this point, right?
What's that?
Would have had time to, well, yeah, would have at least had a short rest, so.
What did you just do?
I used my arms of Hadar to, attack whatever it is, everything within 10 feet of me gets the cat paws and tails.
Okay, yeah, so as the cat paw and tails, how much damage does that do?
2D.
Robot Pingus.
All right. So, yeah, 2d6 necrotic damage. You suddenly just feel a sharp pain in your lower back, but it's not your lower back. Like, you feel it in your lower back, but you also feel it in something that isn't your lower back, but is attached to your lower back.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my god.
And you take, since you failed the saving throw against yourself, you take 5 points of damage.
Oh my god.
So, how did that feel? Sorry.
Full.
And that spell has visual, verbal and somatic. Yeah, so as it goes off and the cat paws kind of go everywhere, tendrils of dark energy, you hear some noises just outside of the area that you're in. It seems when you cast the spell, it was noisy enough to get somebody's attention.
Just kind of grab my lower back and see why it's hurting. And then...
Yeah, so you're reaching back to your back?
Yes.
You find a protrusion coming out about where, where your spine ends. Normally, you now have something fuzzy attached there.
He's just going to pretend he didn't feel anything and just, his face in the barrel and just drink as much as he can.
Give me a Constitution save. Oh, yeah, that was a failure. So as soon as you take a drink, you feel this just intense feeling in your throat. It feels like something kind of like a wet, moist clump just in your throat, and you can't do anything but just
Hairball.
and suddenly out of your mouth plops this saliva and mucus covered ball of hair.
Yeah, I'd take another drink.
And again and another hairball. Just more wet, disgusting clumps. And this is so it's now that it's kind of this loud. The door It seems someone found your hiding spot, and the door opened, and you could see someone kind of looking at you. There you are with the barrel. You have these large clumps of hair, kind of sausage shaped and covered in mucus and spit. And you recognize them from town. You do recognize them from town, but their eyes are just, what happened to you?
I need a drink. I'll take another drink.
Another hairball. As soon as another drink happens, just another hairball just rocks you. Maybe you should. I don't know how to. Do you know you have a tail?
I'd like to ignore that. Do you have any better booze? This one's upsetting my stomach.
This is. You just wait here. I think you should stop drinking.
I've heard that one before.
I think you should just sit down and just wait. We're from the town. The rest of your guild had told us all about. We're bringing the ship back. Once we get back, then we're probably going to, you're going to get your reward, and so yeah, just yeah. And he just closes the door, and you hear him right as like he just barely starts to move out of earshot. Holy shit, you guys are not gonna believe this. And
I'll open the door and try and find a better barrel of booze, see if I can get one open.
So as you go in and you're walking through the hold, there's actually a bunch of people. It looks like they brought a good dozen people onto this ship. There's a few of them down there that are doing inventory. And up top you can hear the sound of rope. You can hear the sound of boards being nailed to something, and just a lot of general goings on happening.
I'll go and try and find a barrel of booze, or I'll go back to the one I was trying to open with a knife earlier and continue trying to open that with the same knife and the
the folks taking inventory are basically just going to try to stop you and keep you from doing that, but also they seem afraid to go near you because you have a tail, and they heard a little bit about the hairballs that the other guy saw earlier, and they don't really want to touch you, but they're also going to try to keep you from getting into the stuff. And that's kind of
why my booze went bad. I'll sit down and then I'll try and scratch behind my ear with my foot.
You're not quite flexible enough yet.
Give it a couple more days.
Yeah. All right, so during that time, you end up going back. So at the end of the week, Wilvane, were you doing all your scribing and all that? Because I thought that's what your first week was going to be spent doing.
That, and I want to see Timmy the Face.
Timmy the Face? Timmy actually comes to see you.
Okay.
But I was going to get to that, but yeah. All right, yeah, so while you're doing your scribing, Timmy does come to Nate's house, where he knows you usually are, and
there's a new sign on the door that says Wilvane's house.
Okay. There's just a brand new sign. This is Wilvane's house now. Mr. Wilvane, I'm glad you're here. I heard it went really well with them pirates and stuff. I'm really glad to hear it. I'm glad you're back. Listen, I wanted to tell you I learned something, and it's all because of you. And I you know, Mr. Wilvane, at first I was nervous about dealing with you being an adventurer and all, and of course, you know, I was trying to make sure that I was going to become a really good leather maker, and what. Well, I've learned a lot with everything, because, you know, faces are hard to work with. I learned, and
That's lots of words, Timmy. Have you finished?
No, I'm not yet.
No. Okay.
But I learned how to make leather thongs out of the faces, so I was able to tie up. I was able to sew the eyeballs and the lips shut now.
What size is it? Can I have a look?
No, it's not done. I need. So I made
two of those too, Timmy. I do have some extra faces for you.
You know what a leather thong is, right? Please tell me I don't have to explain that I'm not talking about a G-string here.
Wait, you're not?
You're not?
Seriously? I thought that's what you were talking about. Oh,
I did too.
How do I wear this?
That's a whole different meaning to sit on your face.
Oh my God!
All those valves too. The placement.
Oh yeah, Googling leather thong is not a good idea.
Wait. I can only imagine your search history at this point, Alan, because of
leather. So leather thong is essentially a thin. It's like leather rope. It's a thin strip of leather that they use to tie up things. That's what a thong is. In the olden sense of the word.
Two thongs don't make a right, Alan, okay?
They might be able to make a G-string if you're not for long enough.
Anyway. So Mr. Wilvane, you do have more faces for me?
Yes, and this lizard face, I just want you to make this into leather. I don't want to use it for the book.
Oh, but you know, I could put this right in front in the middle.
No, we have plans for that, Timmy. Remember the sockets for the eyes and the
we can do it with the lizard, and then the lizard will have the eyes. It'll be really neat, Mr. Wilvane.
It's not the same effect, Timmy. We're going to... I've got a special face in mind.
Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. I remember to bring a basket this time, because last time I had to carry them by hand, and that was kind of weird doing that through town, but now I got a basket, so if you can just put them faces in this basket.
In the basket.
Put the
Or else it
faces
gets-
in the basket.
I guess it gets the hose again.
Or else it gets the hose again. Yeah. Put the
long
faces in the
will this
basket.
take, Timmy? I haven't got much time.
What do you mean you haven't got much? Are you dying, Mr. Wilvane?
With this group, yes.
Well, it's a drunk baby.
She nearly died twice last night.
No.
Ooh, Goober has fake.
I forgot to turn off stuff. Let me fix that real quick. All right. We're almost done. I'm almost done. I think there's just a couple more things, and then once I get this, so these faces, now that I know how to tie everything up, I think I got all of everything out, set up correctly, and now once you give me these and I get these dried out, you know, I'll be able to finish everything, and it's going to be the most beautiful thing that you've ever experienced, Mr. Wilvane, and I even, well, I was gonna leave it as a surprise, but I have a friend who's gonna help me do it where we can mount the eyeballs in it, and they're gonna do it for cheap too. And all you got to do is provide them, but we don't need the gems yet. All right, but we're gonna do it. All right, Mr. Wilvain, is that cool? Is that good for you, Mr. Wilvain?
I would rather do it yourself, Timmy. It's an important task.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You know what, Mr. Wilvain, you're right. Okay,
And
it's
you've
fine.
already learned a lot, so you could learn some more.
That's true. That's true, Mr. Wilvain. You're very smart, Mr. Wilvain. Some people don't like you, Mr. Wilvain, but I like you. I think you're smart, Mr. Wilvain.
Some people are wrong.
That's right, Mr. Wilvain. You're right and they're wrong, Mr. Wilvain. I agree. All right, well, I guess, are you putting is that all the faces you have in the basket now?
All the faces are in the basket.
Oh, excellent. Let me put the blanket over it that I brought too.
Leave the blanket off. It's best
the faces don't need to breathe, Mr. Wilvain. This is so old ladies don't yell. Let me put this, I'll cover it up. All right, well, thank you, Mr. Wilvain. I'm gonna have it done as soon as possible. Oh, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be wonderful.
Wilvain will hand Timmy a few gold pieces on his way out.
Mr. Wilvain, you were so nice to me, Mr. Wilvain. Yeah, thank you very much.
For your expenses, Timmy. Have the day you deserve.
Yep, I will. And he trots off with his youthful exuberance. Back hence where he came from.
Like that guy.
All right, so that part is done. The boat got brought back. So you are eventually at the end of this week, you are all summoned back to the town hall for another meeting. And they expect to see all of you there. Or you all are going, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. So
Somebody is somebody gonna come and knock on Wilvain's house and get him?
yeah, they sent out a runner to get everybody.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So runs out, gets everybody. Y'all go back to the... Hold on, I'm trying to turn off all the stuff that I accidentally left on because I'm a doofus. Yeah, disable all of them. That's what I just said. Okay, perfect. We're good now. So once everyone's in, again, it's just the folks, and there are bags sitting on the table in front of them, hefty sized bags. And as you all get settled in, they're like, we have to say that you recovered a lot of contraband, far more than we had initially thought. And so I have been authorized by the Crown to give you each a bonus.
Ooh.
On top of everything else. And so each of you will be getting 300 gold. That is 100 gold bonus for every single one of you.
Nice.
And
Thank you so much.
so the bags are being handed out. However, Wilvain, you do not get a bag like everyone else got. Your bag is much smaller. The bard is just laughing her ass off.
You don't have to call him out, Alan, okay?
Chances are they remember the gem lust out of this one. I guess.
Like, listen, gnome,
You get
you got
gems.
a you get a smaller sack because you're a gnome.
What kind of
In my
gems
bag,
is
baby.
So in there, there are about there's three different rubies. There's some rubies. There's semi-precious gems. There's about 4 or 5 of them in there. Each, actually, there's 5 of them in there. 3 of them are rubies. 1 is an opal, and they're each 50 gold.
Oh, so he got his rocks.
So so they remembered and they actually paid you in so 3 rubies, 1 opal. What did I say? Did I say what the last one was?
No.
Sapphire.
Shouldn't I'm missing one.
3 ruby, 1 opal, and a sapphire? Oh, and you need 6. You know what? Yes. 2 sapphires. I did the math wrong.
Tilts his head. There should be one more.
Yeah. Look at the bottom. There was another one. It was hidden under a flap. Perfect.
So that's what we're calling that, huh?
Yes, that's right. And well, why don't you tell him? Ida looks at.
Is that Vendor?
Yes.
Ida takes a. Yeah, no worries.
I got my food.
Okay. Ida takes a look at Erlander. Is like, well, why don't you tell him what we found? Do I really need to be the one to do it? Well, actually, yes, because you're the one that has the worst time with him, and I think it's funny that you got to deal with him. So, yeah, you're gonna do it. Due to some unforeseen bylaw that I was not aware existed, every guild that has signed with the city shall be given a guild hall to call their own.
Woo!
Ah. Thank you, Anders.
Awesome. Get our own drinking hall. Yes.
So we have found one that will work for you. It's well, I'll be honest, it's a fixer-upper. But it's the only one we have available. And believe me, the rest of them are far worse than this one. It's been years since we've had any kind of
If it's the haunted house, I'm done.
Read my mind.
Right?
You don't want to own your own dog brothel?
yeah. So would you like to go see your new place?
One moment. Where's Nate?
He should be there.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah, because this is
commented on,
the end of that
panel.
week.
Is he like passed out or something?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we didn't even say hi to him or anything?
No, like he's got a tail. Like he has a tail now. I'm sure. Yeah.
What happened to you? Where'd you get the tail?
How many days has it been since
It's been like
all that happened?
It's been like 4 days by the time you're here. And every type of alcohol that you have tried to drink results in a hairball. So,
I've never seen him more sober.
Yeah,
know.
it's depressing.
We should celebrate with a drink, guys.
I'm all in for that one.
Yeah,
We should
you
stop
look-
by the bar and see if we can't get us a barrel of something for our new hall on the way over.
I'm all for it.
That's all you're going to say? You're not going to tell us the tale of the tale? Or?
I don't know the tale of the tale. I woke up drunk. I'm hungover on the ship. For other people there, and I had a tale.
Is it real?
Can I touch
I
it?
don't know. Why don't you cut it off? I haven't tried yet.
Do you have an urge to...
I can cut this off.
I could probably add to Wilvain's collection.
Wolverine gets his dagger out.
For it. I don't want it.
When people talk about getting tail, this isn't what they mean.
Nope. All right,
This is in front of the council, right? Okay.
what's that?
This is in front of the council.
Yeah, this is all happening right in front of the council, and they're like, why don't we go to your new home and you can do whatever this is there?
Because we don't want blood in our new guild hall.
Do you have any scratching posts we could take with us?
There's plenty of bedding at the new place for you that you could do. Just get out. Just get out.
We need a giant ball of yarn, please.
Fine, I guess.
This is Ernest. Ernest will show you to your new place.
What about the map? Where is it?
The copy had already been made. They are, well, as far as the map goes, we're still referencing. We think we may know where it's pointing to, but we just need to double check in some of our maps that we have. We have some people looking into it. We will let you know if we learn anything new.
It's clearly named Dunwater River. It shouldn't be hard.
Do you not understand how long the Dunwater River is?
No, I've never heard of it.
Indeed. So with that... Indeed. So with that...
Can you show me a map of the Dunwater River? I can reference it myself.
It's fine. Just go, enjoy your spoils, and enjoy your new home.
And as we walk away, I go, "Here, Nate. Come here, Nate."
Do you know what a fong is, Nate?
Okay. Yeah, I'm wearing one right now, actually.
Yeah.
Let's go to camp.
Yeah, so
It's the only thing that could get around the tail.
So basically, you end up going to the eastern side of town, a little further out, where not too far from essentially where the Mariners Guild Hall is, in that same general vicinity, and you're brought to a house that should be loading now.
Ooh.
Why isn't it not? Oh, I know why. No, don't do that.
Oh.
Disable. I have it set to do like show visible to everybody. Do all the lights. There should be. Oh, because I didn't disable lighting. Right?
It's named and everything. Nice.
I can't see anything. My screen is
Is it not-
100% black.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's all black.
It didn't load up correctly, I don't
HQ
think.
For the name of it.
Yeah, Drunk HQ is correct. Give me 2 shakes. I don't know why this is not. Do not use lights.
I've got a feeling this place is going to turn into a.
There we go.
Spoilers, Mel.
There we go.
How would I know?
Okay, so
We even have our own bathroom. And
so this place itself,
Nice.
when you first enter it, there's double doors in the front, and it opens into a kind of spacious main area. However, the table, it looks like essentially kids or hooligans or somebody somewhere decided to use or smash the furniture for funsies. So the table, 2 of the legs are broken on it, so it's kind of laying at an angle. The chairs that were around this longish table are splintered and broken. One maybe can be usable. There's a large central fireplace that you can see right in the middle of the room, and past that you can see the galley, aka the kitchen. You can see a stove that's in there. There's a broken ladder leading upstairs, and in the back corner there's a hatch that leads down into a root cellar. Right next to it on the east side, down that hallway, are several individual bedrooms. Oh yeah, I should probably show everybody too, huh? I forgot. I had it set up and it wasn't showing anybody.
There you go.
So there are several bedrooms. Grand total of 7 of these bedrooms are... The beds themselves are mostly intact. However, the mattresses have been kind of ripped up. They're dirty, not well taken care of. Some of the floorboards are rotten, right? But otherwise, the house itself is pretty sturdy. Like, it doesn't look like it's sagging or anything like that. It just looks like it needs some long overdue maintenance on some things. The last room there, right before you get there's also a fireplace at the end of this hallway where all the bedrooms are. Next to it is your own privy, and the bathtub looks unusable due to a large hole that has been put into it from somewhere. However, the privy itself looks like it's in really good shape. It does not reek or look like it's been used anytime lately. Which is...
Wayne's going to walk around the house tapping his stick on things and casting mending on them to repair anything that's got a tail less than a foot.
Okay.
Yeah,
so a lot of like the wooden paneling, the wooden floorboards, you're able to kind of put together with that.
Yeah. And I'll help. I'll help him out with. I'll take the other half of the house with mending as well.
Okay. All right. On the other side, the other hallway, are 2 other rooms. The room on the north side has a bunch of bookshelves. One of the bookshelves, the actual shelves inside the bookcase have been kind of broken and laying askew in there. The writing desk looks to be badly scratched up, but I guess was made of thicker wood that didn't break easily. And to the south, that room is just another room. There's a chair in it, but nothing else to really give you any idea what it may have been used for in the past. And of course, in the main room, there is a large chandelier that you can clearly see on the map. In the back of the house, there's a back door from the galley that leads out into a backyard. There is a chicken coop that looks serviceable. There are no chickens in it, but it's definitely a chicken coop. Of course, there's a water well, so you're able to collect your own water, and a shed, or what looks to be a horse stable in the back. Not necessarily, I mean, you could probably just use it for storage if you wish. However, it does have a roof over top of it. And next to it is an overgrown field. Well, next to the well is an overgrown, unkept field, like a vegetable garden area that has just been overrun with weeds and everything else. So all in all, it's actually a really, other than the fact that, you know, it probably needs some TLC to kind of get it up and running again, 100%, but it's definitely a nice place, especially compared when most of you were trying to fit into just Nate's little shack that he had previously been living in.
I had my own shack, and her name was Hana.
Uh-huh. Shacking up.
So, is Honest with us? Was he at the meeting? Did he just, like, leave and go back home?
You've seen him around. He's been kind of getting to know the town folk. He has interest in what the map says, so he's kind of sticking around. And what he has basically told any of you that have even asked him about this is that he is interested to know what that map is for, and if it is where the lizard folk are from, then he really wants to find out why they need the weapons. Because as a, you know, a sea elf tribe member, if the lizard folk are planning to go to war, he wants to know why and with whom.
Makes sense.
All right. So that's the end of the first week.
Hey, Alan.
Yes.
In the next week or so, within that time, I want to make a set of carpentry tools and try my hand at various projects around the new town guild hall.
Okay.
Try fixing some stuff up by hand.
Yeah. So it doesn't take a lot of... Mending did a lot of the heavy lifting as far as like fixing the floorboards and stuff like that. So all the wooden floorboards have been repaired. A lot of the broken furniture, as far as like the individual wardrobes that are in every single room, those have all been mended and put back together so they're all usable. The bed frames have been put back together as well. Mending was able, like, for between Wilvane and you, Mel, with your ability to use your mending ability, fixed up a lot of that stuff without much work.
Fair enough.
That includes the chairs and the. I didn't make that map. I forgot to make the after everything is fixed map, so just imagine everything's prettied out.
Okay, perfect.
because I didn't make the nice looking version of it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saved it so I could just add that in there. Yeah, so that only takes a couple of days, no big deal. So every single room.
Is the tub mended?
Yeah, actually, because it hole was not that big.
Awesome.
That you couldn't be fixed. So the majority of it was mended. The stairs leading up leads to a small larder. More storage, essentially, above the kitchen area. The kitchen itself does have a water pump. So you can actually pump water inside. You don't necessarily have to go out to the well to bring it in.
Fancy.
But it does have a pump type for cleaning and things like that around the kitchen. There's a hatch that leads down into a decent sized root cellar. It's always a little bit chillier down there than it is anywhere else, so it's good for storage of vegetables and things like that. Now, while you all are doing that, there is a knock at the door. Just
Mel,
is it?
Mel will answer. Mel just opens the door. Hi.
So standing out is a halfling, and she is wearing just a plain brown dress, nothing super fancy. Her head is kind of bowed, her hands in front of her body, holding, each hand holding onto the other hand. Is this the new guild hall?
We use the term guild lightly around here, but yes, yes it is.
Hello, sir. My name is Matilda. I have been tasked to be your helper. I am here to assist you with some cleaning, and I do know how to cook, so I can also make food for you.
Ooh.
I'm getting paid by the council, and they just hello, I'm Matilda. I guess I'm your helper.
Hi, Matilda. Come on in. Let me show you around and introduce you to the folks. Mel will just kind of turn in. Well, we have paid help from the council. Who wants to meet Matilda? I just shout as I amble into the house.
Nessa comes forth and pulls Mel out of the way. Hi, Matilda. I'm Nessa.
Hi.
Don't listen to him. How are you? It's so good to see you, to have another girl around here.
Are you done talking? Hi. I was trying to talk, but you kept talking. I didn't know you were going to keep talking that much. I'm a little shy. So I'll open up maybe eventually, but right now she kind of looks around and is like, this is a very nice kitchen. And she walks over to the stove and she opens it up. It's like, do we have wood to light this? She looks around. You don't see any piles of wood, because most of the wood that was there was from the floorboards and stuff that you use to kind of fix up the place.
You could throw a few chairs in there. I mean, you don't really need the chairs.
We need the chairs. We're not burning them.
You got the wood, Mel?
Fine. I'll go get the wood. And Mel will just glare at Nessa as he walks out, shoving me around.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to, because, well, I'm a little person, and I'm not very good at cutting the wood. Maybe if you wanted, I could maybe bring my son along, and maybe he could do some of the more physical labor. However,
Isn't he even smaller than you?
well, I mean, he's grown. He's in his 40s.
How old are you?
That's something you should never ask a woman.
So impolite.
What do you mean impolite? How old are you, woman?
Old enough to not answer, you gnome.
Well, then ready as a magic missile.
Oh my god.
Moving! Put that focus away, mister. I mean, she's here to serve us, not be attacked by you. Go!
Did it have a sealed note from the council? Why have you just let this woman in a guild home without questioning it?
We
seem to be very trusting of new people, even though they want to attack us.
I'm sorry.
He makes a good point. Do you happen to have a writ from the council by chance?
No, they just told me to come here, and here I am, sir.
Who in particular?
Oh, it was a kind lady. Looked like she'd rather be on a boat than where she was sitting. What was her? Was it Edith? Might have been Edith. Edna? I'm not sure. I think it began with an E, though. There was also a guy with a peg leg. I think he was a pirate. I don't know. He was very mean. I think. I don't live in town, so I don't know a lot of these people.
Have any booze on you?
I'm sorry. I don't. If you want me to go grocery shopping for you, I can definitely get that done. I can definitely, buy something. What do you fancy?
Something
milk.
that doesn't make me shoot a hairball.
Some warm milk.
When you say hairball, her eyebrow, like her brows come together, just with pure confusion on her face.
Does Nate still have his tail, or did we actually cut that off?
Y'all didn't tell me you were going to continue trying to cut off his tail, so...
I mean, how long have we been in the house?
Well, it's been a total of 1 week, so you've been in for like a day. Since the house has been here, you've been here about a day. Since you got the house.
One of the first things we probably would have done is try to cut off my tail, so...
Okay.
To get rid of those Saiyan powers, I don't want to turn into a monkey.
All right. That makes absolute sense, I guess.
As long as we bloody your room, not mine.
So, where are you cutting this tail?
At the base?
No, like all the way up at the base?
Yep.
God, no, just the tip.
Oh man, I'm gonna lose a hairball over here. I'm gonna be back in my quarters. I'm not gonna watch this.
Wolverine's very excited to do this, so...
I'm sure he is.
I'm gonna hang around. We might need some cure magic.
Oh my god. Let's go ahead and... Because everyone gets the long rest. It's adding extra XP.
What was this halfling's name again?
What's that?
Hilda.
Hilda.
Tilda. This would have been
Tilda.
before that she got here, probably.
Yeah. It would have been.
Oh, I got.
Okay, that's enough cheering.
It's like, what's she
It's
hearing?
still going. Patience of 8. Patience of 8. Which, by the way, where is that parrot? Is it being kept in your room, Wilvane, or
Wherever he wants to go.
so it's just okay? He's not in a
Free-roam
cage. It's just a
parrot.
free-range parrot. Got it.
Free-range parrot.
He said he wanted to hang around on my shoulder, so that's where he is.
Okay. All right. Just double check it.
Normally, so... You can tell me
Says
if he wants to
pieces
go
of 8
somewhere.
quite often. Like always. So now we're into our second week of downtime. Like I said, with the items that y'all were looking for, she wasn't able to lock anything down that first week. So she's still looking. And she's taking her finder's fee out of the money that had already been given, right? And
Right.
Vagabonds, the lot of you!
And do any of you have other plans during this second week?
Want to talk to the lady?
Which
Mel's
lady?
gonna make a point of doing some shopping and stocking the place with booze, because this place needs booze. Lots of
So
it.
yeah, Matilda basically will a lot of the things. So let's actually go into what Matilda's primary jobs are here. She does not live with you. She shows up early in the morning and leaves later in the evening, basically after dinner. Okay, she will cook breakfast if asked. But she will definitely cook lunches and dinners if you all are there. If you're not there, she will not do that. She will not go into your individual rooms to clean them. However, she will, like, dust the mantle of the fireplaces, that sort of stuff, right? So she'll do general cleaning around the common areas. Since we are kind of right in the middle of summer, there's already already missed a good time to start planting anything in the garden. But she
ask if there were any garden tools, or if she had anything to do with that, or.
Well, so she can help with that. However, we've kind of missed the primary, like the prime planting time. So you might not get much to grow there, but that'll be a way to help offset food costs, essentially, for the group of you. But she will help tend the garden as needed. Feeding the chickens, that sort of thing. Yes.
When she first goes back to town to get groceries or whatever,
yes.
Wolverine's going to escort her to the council and just make sure they sent her.
She is a legitimate hire by them to assist, to be essentially a assistant to you.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened after we cut off my tail?
Okay, let's get back to that. Give me a dexterity saving throw, or not dexterity, give me a constitution save. Nate.
Wait, do you want me to do a dex check to cut?
No. Give me a survival check, though.
Mel's hanging around to be sure.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
I didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't very careful.
Stab me right in the kidney.
Wow.
So, Wilvane, you are not able to get the tail off cleanly.
He wasn't trying, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't really cut easily at all. It might have been the hair. You're not entirely sure. But you're probably going to have to saw if you really want to get this thing off.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What?
Ouchies. Do we have any painkillers for Nate? What?
And he can't even drink. He can't even. Yeah, he can't even drink to numb the pain because he just coughs up a hairball. So are you gonna saw it off, or are you just gonna?
I've got to go and purchase a saw first, but.
How about we just have somebody stronger try to cut off my tail?
No, leave it to me.
Mel just puts away his dagger. Okay.
So Nate, you're able to remain conscious from the pain, but it feels like what you think it would feel like if your spine was severed. But obviously further down in an area that it's like you have a brand new limb there that wasn't there before.
Gross.
Can you move it?
It kind of moves on its own. Like, he doesn't really have control of it. Y'all have noticed, like, if he turns a corner, it seems to swish out to the opposite direction of which he's turning, almost like a counterbalance.
Wolverine's going to try and push him a little, see if he stays on his feet. He's just going to, like, crop the back of his knee and see if he stays standing.
Apparently not.
Well,
Actually, let me give me a strength check. Actually, Wilvane, give me a strength. I just want to see if you're strong enough to that stronger than this 8.
Oh my god.
I've only got so many healing spells in a day, folks.
Oh, equal. So he teeters a little bit, but doesn't quite fall over. And as he kind of leans back, his tail swished forward.
What was that for?
It seems that you have a new ability to balance, maybe more agile.
My God.
Or that's not just me being sober?
That could also be it.
That's why you're more agile. Oh, you're no longer drinking. Yeah.
Usually I could poke you with my finger and you'd fall, so it's
That's
quite a difference.
Yeah. All right. So at the end of the second week, it looks like our quartermaster was able to get a hold of a cloak that you were asking for. Hold on.
Oh, and I owe Mel some money too. I remember that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask her if I could get, like, potion of forgetfulness or something so I could forget, death and dreams and all that fun stuff.
So again, like if you want to do that, it's 50 gold a week for her to try to find it.
I can give her that.
Okay. So you're going to start that. Okay. So. Right. So that's that. Okay. So with that cost, we have 50, 50, 50. So you're basically paying 200 a week right now before Nate's came in. Yeah.
Just pay for my own.
And since the first week got paid, the second one, so that's 200. So she's willing to just give you that cloak, but that uses up the entirety of that electrum.
Deal. And she's going to continue to look for the other two items?
Yes, but she's going to need either, more upfront money or another electrum bar if you have it.
I'll give her the 300 gold pieces that I've recently acquired as a continued down payment for the other items.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, yeah, Seabold, you are now the proud owner of a cloak of elven kind. Did it not? Hold on. It didn't identify it automagically, so let's do that. There you go.
Dwarf, not an elf.
Ooh. What's the process to attune?
It's a short rest, so you're going to be able to attune to it. And as far as attuning goes, you can only attune to 3 items.
Right.
At any one given time. So. Okie dokie. Now, that's the end of the second week. And during this time, Matilda has slowly got this place organized and nicer looking. Yeah, that's it for that week. Now we're at the third week.
Hold up, during the second week,
Yes.
Wolverine wants to approach Timmy the Face and see if he wants to know where he lives and offer him a room at the guild.
I still live with Mom, so my mom she doesn't take care of she can't take care of herself all that well, so she's been ill and stuff. That's why I do what I do, where I work there as an apprentice, so I can make a little bit of money, so Mama don't have to worry about nothing. So
She could stay in the stable.
Well, now, Mr. Wilvane, that isn't very nice to say about my mama.
It's a very nice stable. Where do you live?
I don't think I want you to know, Mr. Wilvane, because I feel like maybe that's not a good idea.
I could just turn invisible and follow you, Timmy. It's just tell me where you
But
live.
why would you do that, Mr. Wilvane?
Why wouldn't you tell me? I'm trying to offer you a place.
I have a place, Mr. Wilvane. I want to live with my mama.
Is it in town?
It is, but I'm living with my mama.
I need to make sure you're protected, Timmy. You're very valuable.
You don't got to worry about me none. You got all the town folk here and the town guard, and of course, you got your group of adventurers, and of course, y'all are already known. Everyone talks about you, how you stopped all them pirates out there on the seas. They talk about it all the time. I think I'm fine where I am.
You see this cat here, Timmy?
That's a cat. That seems awfully long for a cattail.
Wilvane points to his familiar, not Nate.
Oh.
You see this cat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
It's got the symbol on its head as well from Nate's. Mm-hmm. He's going to accompany you. You won't need to feed him, but if you're ever in trouble, this cat will find me.
Oh. All right. Do I gotta feed him?
I just said you will not need... Timmy, listen.
So I don't gotta feed him, Mr. Wilvane?
You do not have to feed him, Timmy.
Okay. All right, because, I'm not very good at taking care of pets. I can take care of mama, but I can't take care of a pet and mama, I don't have that kind of time, Mr. Wilvane, because, I'm constantly making leather thongs and sewing up eyeballs for you. And so, I'm busy, so I'm glad I don't have to feed it. Because I didn't want to be responsible for the death of your pet.
Never mind, Timmy. This was a terrible idea.
I do have to... Do you mean I do have to feed it then? Mr. Wilvane, I'm getting really confused right now.
The cat was more likely to feed you, Timmy.
Seems a little scrawny for eating, but I guess if that's what you think I can do with it, Mr. Wilvane.
You can try.
I can try?
If you'd like, Timmy. I'd like to see this too.
I think, you know what? I'll bring this cat home if that's what you want me to do. I don't have to feed him. It'll be fine on its own. Do I gotta pet it or nothing?
That will be fine, if you would like to.
I don't really want to touch it, Mr. Wilvane. It looks weird.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Okay, let me have the day you deserve.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wilvane. You, come on, little pussy, come with me. And he trots off with his youthful exuberance and pure bliss as he leaves. All right, so week number 3. At the end of the 3rd week, I keep accidentally double-clicking on that. At the end of the 3rd week, it looks like she was able to find a short bow.
Yay.
Second here. Yeah, so that is $300 gold for it.
Let me just throw up right here. My God. Okay.
Can do it for you. Just give me some booze.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get Nate some booze if he's gonna go ahead and pay for my stuff. It's not gonna go well for him, but he doesn't know that, so I can go ahead and spot you some booze.
I'll take care of the finances of this one. Where are we sitting? If it was another week, we're down to 400 on credit.
You gave okay, so another week went by. So that's 150. There was 150 left out of that 300 that you gave.
Okay, so I'm just gonna toss her another Electrum bar.
Okay. So that's 650 minus the 300, so 350 is what's left. Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna give Mel 200. I need to get my weight down anyway. Take some pounds off.
Yeah. And getting 4 pounds worth of gold coins will do it.
Better take this one trick.
Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. I've made the adjustments to my inventory.
Perfect. All right. So, and is anybody else doing anything special during this particular week?
Still checking up on Timmy, seeing how the book's going.
Timmy is working away at it. Now that he's got those extra faces, he was able to get them tanned. He was able to sew them up the way that they look nice. And he has started the actual process of creating the cover itself at this point.
Mel's gonna make a point of going up to the mines just to work for a week. He misses basic labor and mining and being underground.
Okay, makes sense.
How do I acquire this short bow?
Oh, I gotta give it to you. I need to give that to you.
Okay. I missed this step. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I'm a doofus.
You're not.
And didn't give you the short bow of
my dreams.
Yes. Short bow. Come with me, Mr. Short Bow. And that is uncommon.
During that last week, I would have went and got some stuff to try to plant a late planting of some kind of foods and stuff, just to kind of have something going in the garden.
I got you. Yeah, so since we're kind of mid summer at this point, well, we're late spring. We're really getting into we're about to roll into reaping month, and yeah,
probably not much to plant right now.
Yeah, not a lot. I mean, you could probably put pumpkins in and they would be done by harvester, which is basically the month of harvest, which is 3 months from now. So yeah, you can get some things kind of planted out in there. Just take 1 gold.
Okay.
Because it's not super expensive to buy a bunch of seeds. But that field is kind of a little bit big. So, yeah, 1 gold. All right, Nessa, here you are.
Yes.
Inventory. Short bow.
Yay.
Plus uno got dropped in there. Just got to switch it to being equipped, and then it should be good to go. If you want to sell your old short bow, you can get 12 gold for it.
Cool. Do it.
Okay.
How do I do that?
You can just delete it.
Okay.
And add
Give
12.
yourself 12 gold.
And
Okay.
add 12 to your total of gold pieces. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yay! All right. So that's the end of that. At the end of the 3rd week, you are again summoned before the council. And they are pretty sure they know the exact location of where this map is showing. They were able to send out some scouts, and
Many scouts have died for this information.
That's right, Bothans. Dead Bothans everywhere. So the Dunwater River
Really?
is...
If you showed me this map, I could tell you immediately.
North of the river.
So the Dunwater River comes right here, and the actual location is a mound that sits right up on the edge of this little peninsula that sticks out here. Not super close, but not super far away. It looks like, according to the initial map that you were shown, or that you had, that the it looks like there is a trail of some sort that you can use leading into this area. According to the scouts, they have seen lizard folk milling in and out of some of those locations. It looks like there's also a back entrance that is water-based. Like a cove or something. But the scouts never went inside any of those to really see what the inside looks like. They were given specific instructions to not try to get in.
Huh?
Wilbur's just very annoyed.
Right. Just to simply ask the question, are we going to take a break here anytime soon?
Yeah. We can actually do that right now. And, because, yeah, it is 8, so it's been 2 hours. So let's go ahead and take a break now, 15 minutes. We'll be back at 8:30. And then we'll do more Dungeons and or Dragons. See y'all in a bit. Look at us, we're all back together again. Girls, what's my weakness, men? Okay, then. All right. So, the majority of... Okay, so they explained where they found the location. They sent out some scouts to check it out. They do definitely see some activity there with a bunch of lizard folk. And they ask you if you could do what you've been doing and investigate this. They are very interested in this, but they want to make sure that we do it in a way that doesn't cause all-out war, because if the weapons aren't to be used against Saltmarsh, the last thing that we want to do is to go in there guns blazing and give them a reason to now want to attack Saltmarsh if Saltmarsh wasn't the target.
They might already be mad at us, though.
Very
No.
specifically.
Be like,
So-
wear the jersey of the opposing town while we're in there, so then they hate them instead of us? How would we even go about doing that?
That
We
is-
might not... Oh.
That is something you will probably need to figure out on your own.
So I'm curious, just worth asking, are we sure that we're the most qualified group for not starting all-out war? Just asking questions.
I brought up that same point. Erlander just straight out with his matter-of-fact voice. I've already brought out that particular point, and unfortunately, you are all we have.
Oh, I hear you, sir. Oh. All right, we'll go investigate, but we're not going to make any promises to the outcome. We'll try, but we're a bunch of cats doing cat things, man.
I take offense to that.
I just glare at Nate. You're the reason why I said that the way that I did, sir.
At least you can drink.
So, this is. You don't need to go immediately. However, within the next couple of weeks, I think that this definitely needs to happen. I figure by now they probably have realized that the weapons aren't coming. But perhaps what I truly fear is that they know something is coming and we don't.
Maybe we could take the weapons. Do you still have them?
Well, they're not here now. They've been put in the armory for the guard. Do you think we should bring them to them?
If you don't want us to fight them, perhaps as an offering.
Give us... That is something we're going to have to think about, because if they're lying to us...
Then they won't get the weapons.
But if they're lying and you believe them, then they'll have the weapons. If we...
Well, then it was all out war regardless, and then subsequently we're even better suited to deal with that. So, what's
Give
the
us...
if we, go ahead.
We don't want to make a decision now on this. Give us some time. Let us think on it. We will give you our final decision. And at that point, we can decide how exactly we're going to move forward.
Sure.
And what do we know about these snake people?
The lizard folk, again, normally we have no dealings with them. They keep to the swamp and we keep here to the sea. So generally there's not a problem.
Is Oceanus there?
Yes, he was called forth because he was wanting to know more information about that map, so he was called to this.
And you, Anders? What do you know of these?
Well, they're very territorial, but generally, as they stated, they keep to themselves. What I worry is that they know of something, and if we don't know it, we may be caught unaware. And perhaps there are other Desians of the sea that also know this is coming, or maybe even the problem. I think this is something we do need to check out, and maybe discretion would be in order. Perhaps ask questions first before shooting, as it were.
Usually pretty bad at that. You want to come with us?
It may be in my best interest, in my clan's best interest, that happens, yes.
We're not usually like that, Nate. You're like that.
I'd never start the fight. Okay, I've started that one fight because snake people were scary.
And the first fights,
And the first fight,
I
yeah.
didn't start those. I did not throw the first blow.
you told them we will. Never mind.
Oceanus, do the sea elf have any quarrel with the lizard folk?
I'm sorry, the who?
The sea elves, do they have any quarrel with the lizard folk?
No, they're amphibious. While they swim, they live mostly on land, so never had a reason to go against each other.
Okay.
Do they have any kind of council?
Usually they have a queen, and the queen has a retinue of folks that she trusts, like advisors and things like that, like another type of court that exists out there. But
So if we cut off the queen's face, they'll leave us alone.
Could have Nessa seduce the queen.
Now that I can get behind.
Seduce the queen, then cut off her face.
Rock, paper,
Cut
scissors,
it.
Wolverine.
And Oceanus kind of stops, and I think we should save the face cutting if it comes to blows.
It will.
Well, if it's Nessa and the queen, there won't be any blowing.
Oh God! Shut up!
It'll definitely blow to come.
Stop
I'll tell you
it.
that much.
Oh, stop it!
Oh,
But we did not talk about payment. We are offering 1,000 gold for the group if you bring back information on the size of the forces they have, what their actual intentions are, and if we're in danger. And if so, from whom? It may not even be the lizard folk.
How far is this?
About, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 10 miles, give or
Can you
take.
provide
And some of
horses
it,
and carriage?
but, well, unfortunately, once you actually get to the marshes, those will be nigh useless.
We could eat
Food
them.
over there.
Can we go back to the fact that you said 1,000 gold between 6 people? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna need to possibly renegotiate that term.
6 people?
Yeah, Oceanus.
We're paying this? Okay.
Well, I would believe that if I were part of the adventuring party, I would get my share of the spoils, correct?
You should be paying us.
oh,
To the rest of you, he kind of just turns away from Will Vane. What say the rest of you?
I think we're gonna need your help to get paid anyway, because from what I've seen, we're not the best negotiators, and we'll more than likely have a full-on war on our hands before we part ways with these folks anyway. So
I will do what I can to keep what may be the inevitable from happening.
So are we getting more than 1,000 then? Because we're at 6 people now.
Nessa, if it's a matter of getting paid or not getting paid, I would rather get paid than not get paid. So I think the number is moot at this point.
This
So
is why we're
what
bad
is-
negotiators now. They're here.
This is why I loot things as I go, and can't be left alone. This is why wars start. Because there's profit to be made in the.
Are you trying to convince them it should be more? Or are you
Yes,
just asking
I'll-
the question?
No, I'm trying to convince them that we should be getting paid between 200 and 300 gold.
Each?
Yes.
Okay, because if you're gonna, they said 1,000 and you said no 250. They're gonna go with that number.
Okay, fine, 300. Let's go Price is Right style. Not $1, 300.
300 each. So that's gonna be 1,800 gold. Give me a perception. Persuasion check. Yeah.
Okay, gonna give me a second on that. Yeah.
I mean, you got all the charisma, so.
Persuasion is here. And I click on the +6. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And I roll it.
Double click it.
No, double click it.
Double click it to stick it.
Oh, that's great. No,
okay.
They don't want it at all. This is why we're such bad negotiators, Mel.
See? This is why we need Oceanus, because we're going to start a fight, we all know it.
After the bonus from the ship, we really don't have it in our coffers, but perhaps we have another. We may have another option. So we will start with the 1,000, but when you return, but we may have something else. We may have something else.
Keep your
Just
word.
gonna have my portion. I don't care for money.
That works for me.
That works for me. I've got nothing.
We do tend to get paid as we go out and do things, so we'll go out and do this thing and be paid regardless.
All right, so 1,000 gold it is.
Nessa continues to mumble under her
I agree.
breath.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's great. I love this for us. This is awesome.
I hope you all know Mel is currently planning to start a war to get paid.
So
And he needs an adult.
So let us decide whether or not we will be bringing the weapons to them. We will call you back once we have made a decision. So for now, please go back and enjoy your downtime before you head out.
Yeah, I need to flip a nap.
Okay. So, the next week then rolls out. What is everyone doing? There's gonna be 2 weeks. So is everybody just gonna be
a saw or a hedge trimmer or something to like cut off my tail, like a nice little clipper?
I mean, axe, a maul.
What happens if we shave it?
Why?
Does it hurt? Is there just like a nub there now, or is the tail still there? Did we not get it cut off?
No, because
I tried the saw.
he tried, but he would have to saw it off. And
Yeah. I went and got a saw.
you did get a saw. See, I didn't.
Oh, Lordy.
See, that part I missed.
Rather have like trimmers or scissors or something, so it
It's quick and painless,
have
yeah.
to
We're gonna shave it first.
Probably have a tree stump and a axe to call it good. Just a quick thunk.
I think this is a horrible idea. I think it looks great on you.
brings bad memories. Want it gone.
Well, I don't want to watch this. I would like to take a rest.
Okay. Yeah, no. You guys have you've gone multiple long rests essentially because it's been weeks. So
I know. I just
you're just gonna retire.
watch
Gotcha.
this, yeah.
yeah. I got you. No worries.
We'll spend the next 2 weeks at the mines anyway, just to get his fill of it.
So at the end of those 2 weeks, are you just gonna try to? Are you gonna work? You're gonna find some way to chop off the tail, right? Like I'm not gonna keep making y'all.
Depending on how much pain he gets in.
I mean,
tells me to stop.
It hurts. It feels like your spine is being cut.
Nate?
Yeah, but if we do it fast enough, you're worth it.
Okay. So how you doing it? So what is the plan? What is the plan on how this is being done? I want to visualize this in my mind's eye. Tell me how you are detailifying Nate.
On the
I think you tie a string to it to a door, and then you
just slam the doors.
Oh, that's great.
Then you can put the tail under his pillow, and the tail fairy will come along.
We get a full-grown cat in the morning.
I think we'll do it in the stable so we don't make a mess in the house.
Oh man, that's a great idea.
So I'm not even gonna
There's some rusty tools in the shed.
Even better.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me.
Okay. I'm just
How about we get a fresh set of, like hedge trimmers, shears, something. Scissors, big old scissors.
We're gonna shave it first.
You can definitely get some shearing, some sheep shearing shears. That's hard to say. Sheep shearing shears. You can get one of those.
Do they have?
There's a question we need to ask before we actually fully commit to this.
Okay.
What's Nate's patron gonna think of all this?
Probably just gonna grow back the next day, so ultimately, I don't care. I want it gone. I want the memories to go away. That's why I tried to get like a potion of forgetfulness from the lady.
Fair enough.
Do they have bolt cutters?
No, not really. They do have like some garden shears that maybe could work for that.
Maybe like a guillotine or.
I mean, they would have to make a guillotine if they wanted one. Yeah.
They don't have one in the town square where we can...
No, they do not.
I mean,
Just cut off my ass in the town square.
I bet you I can make one of those actually. I've got magic and craftiness.
This is the most complicated plan y'all have ever come up with, and it's just to remove a tail from Nate.
The only plan we've ever come up with.
That's also true.
So, you know what? Screw it. We're going to use the dwarf's magic to make a guillotine as long as it's less than 100 gold pieces worth of guillotine.
Guillotine +1? What is it?
It's a small one. It's a small guillotine. Yeah, so 100. It's a. You know what? Yes, I'm going to allow it. You can make a guillotine, a tail-sized guillotine, for 100 gold piece.
Could it fit a wrist in? Just for future
yes.
Okay.
You can put a wrist in it if you were so inclined.
If we want to remove hands later on this, just
just for my own personal understanding.
Can you make a face guillotine? Just cuts off
the face. Nothing else.
It's not big enough for a head, but it's big enough for a limb.
You can put an arm in it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Nate, you want to forego this hard box, and I'll get to work on this sumbitch?
Oh. All right. So after spending the time that it took for you to fabricate this beautiful tail removement device,
it's gonna be in the barn.
Okay, so Nate, as you slide your tail into it,
God.
you know your tail keeps swishing, but you're able to insert it deep enough. There's got to be a better way to say this.
We could just like tie it down, duct tape it.
I got you. Yeah,
care.
you get it in. You get it in as close as you can. Now.
Well, Vane will hold it while I put it in.
Okay, perfect. Who's gonna push? Who's gonna pull the lever?
Crunk.
We can flip a coin. Wilvane really wants to do it.
Do it since it's his tail.
Wilvane does it.
Oh, he just okay. He's like, all right, who wants to hit the button? He just slams his hand right on top of the button, and you hear the metal blade shunk. Nate, your ass feels like you just got kicked in the balls, but in the back somehow. Like you got kicked in the back balls suddenly.
I immediately cast Cure Wounds at the third level. I'm sorry, at the second level, right?
Like it's one of those, like it hurts so bad, your body, you arch your back. Like, and your butt pulls away from the guillotine as fast as possible, essentially trying to pull away from the pain, even though the pain follows you because it's on your butt. And then the pain kind of subsides as Mel puts his hand on you and heals you, and you now have a tail nub. It's about it's about 4 inches long.
We did a really good job.
But definitely not the 4 or 5 feet that it was before. It's about 4 inches now.
Much more manageable.
Yeah. You can hide it in your pants.
That's good.
Is the piece that's been cut off, is it still alive?
Oh, it's there. I mean, no, I mean it's a tail.
It's not moving at all.
No,
Okay.
it did not continue to move on its own or anything. Maybe I should make it so just Wilvain's beating it with a stick. Just die!
Double tap.
I'm still putting it in my bag of holding.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nate's
I
tail.
need this.
add Nate's tail to the bag of holding.
How much did it weigh?
1
Here you go,
pound.
Timmy.
1 pound. That's it.
One,
Okay.
1 pound. It's like 4 foot long and covered in fur.
Okay. No, we shaved it.
Oh, you did shave it? All right, well then 3/4 of a pound. No, we'll just make it 1
You
pound.
got to be sanitary when you're cutting off limbs.
Yeah. You gotta shave it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so at the end of the next day, the tail doesn't grow back. But it still seems to kind of want to move on its own. So even though you can put your pants on and cover up the nub completely, you can feel the nub rub against the inside of the pants as it moves on its own. And this is just something that you realize that you're probably just going to have to live with now.
Is this what it's like to be a guy all the time?
Yeah,
Is that a tail nub in your
Yeah.
it's something close to.
Wow. All right. So
If we pet Nate, does his nub move faster?
no, it
cat, not a dog?
I mean, maybe. No, it doesn't.
Wolverine's going to experiment and like scare him.
You gotta, of course, because that's what you're a scientist. So of course you gotta.
For science.
So for the next couple of weeks, Wilvain is harassing Nate in various ways, jumping out of
Used to it at this
closets.
I also want to try different sorts of alcohol or intoxicants that Nate could possibly drink. Whether he can maybe smoke instead. I'm trying to get Nate high. All right.
I'll try anything to forget until this potion comes in.
Okay. So the next 2 weeks go by. For Nate, that's going to be another 100 gold for you as she tries to find this potion for you. And then you gave me, yep, 1,000. So so there's that. So, so she did find your shield, Mel.
Oh.
She did find your shield. And it's actually kind of beautiful. It's silver inlaid, and it looks, while it's thinner than your current shield, it just looks like it could take way more punishment.
Oh, perfect. I'm all about it.
Okay,
What you
so
want for it?
300 for that.
So if we had 350 credit, it's been another 2 weeks, or another 50 gold.
352, yeah. So another 2 weeks, that gets down to 250. So yeah, 50 more gold, and then your bill is covered.
So I'd like to give Mel like 400 gold. like to cover my cloak and costs of
No.
this stuff.
Don't even worry about it. We didn't even make a dent into
all those bars.
Our fund. Oh yeah, no. We still have plenty of them bad boys floating around. So,
the guild coffers.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so Mel, you now have this shield, which I will be dropping in your inventory now.
Da-na-na-na.
Yes.
Did it go there? You see it? Shield, that's the one you have equipped. Fine shield. Okay, yeah, it didn't. Boop, there you go. Now you can see it as a +1. Perfect. All right. And she is unfortunately unable to find a portable hole. She's looked all over, and it's one of those extremely rare items that may be nearly impossible. She can try again and keep her ears open for it if you're still interested, but
this is not like an active search. I just wanted to keep
okay.
ears out for rumors.
Just in case she ever comes across one that you'd be interested. Okay, she's like, I completely understand. I don't want to scare you, but a couple of sellers that I did talk to wanted over 20,000 gold for it. Some as high as 50,000 gold for one. I
They do have them.
I was not willing to negotiate that price because 50,000 seems extremely high. But if you're willing to pay that much, are you willing to pay that much? Can you pay that much?
I'm willing to pay to know who they are.
Giving up my sources. No.
Name a price.
The price is no.
Well,
Wilvane, I don't got that kind of money. Just so you know, Wilvane.
And then she does find this gray potion for you, Nate. And it's 300 gold for the potion. So with the 2 weeks, it's a grand total of 400. Do you have that?
Let's see. I just subtracted the 2 weeks earlier, and I still have 300 left.
Yeah,
so
300.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the potion itself kind of has this weird kind of flowy motion, almost as if there is smoke within the liquid that's kind of just floating around. And it kind of looks a little sparkly as well. And as she hands it to you, she's like, I was told by the seller that you are to be specific on what you wish to forget, then quaff the potion.
You need to shake well before use.
Don't believe so.
I'll open it and chug it.
Wait. You're not even going to say what you hope to forget?
I mean, do I have to say it, or do I
That's
just
what
have to
she
think about
said.
it?
She said, yeah, you have to say what you want. Yeah, that's what she said. That's right.
Say I want to forget the dream I had with your thingamajig,
With that,
my patron,
the patron,
or whatever
it was.
and my death.
Okay, perfect. Now you quaff it. Give me an intelligence save.
YOLO.
No whammies, no whammies.
Did that? Wow. It looked like a 20, but then it like said
That's what
2
I was
on the
thinking, too.
thing.
I was like, I can't tell if that's a 2 or a 20. I'm hoping 20. Nope, it's a 2.
Okay, well that means you failed your saving throw, and you no longer remember anything about the fact that you died. You do remember snakes in a well, but then you weren't. Then you were, snakes were in a well. There was a fight, you think, and then then it was over. So it was like a gap of memory there.
There you go.
And because the other thing happened while you were asleep, it doesn't feel like you've lost anything at all there.
Therapist or something?
So, yeah.
Good enough.
There you go. So it is now the 25th of Wheel Sun, which is pretty much the end of actually that's the end of summer. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So that's spring, that's summer. Yeah. So we're at the end of summer, excuse me, going into the fall season. And I think that's a good spot. At this point, they bring you back to the guild, or not the guild hall, but back to the town center. And they decided that as a bargaining chip, if it turns out that they are using this weapons against something else, that we will give them the weapons back. But I don't believe bringing them to them would be a good idea. Because if they kill you and just take the weapons, we would never know.
They won't see them until I decide the time.
I just don't want to risk it. I'm sorry.
But you want to risk our lives?
That's why you're a guild, and we hired you to do it.
For 200 gold.
Thank you.
We've discussed this. You've asked this question before, and
I have not.
not you you as in the collective you, the group of you already brought this up.
You negotiate with the individual. You pay me in gems.
Go ahead. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Just trying to remember the name of it.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, what about that emergency fund that we got for, emergencies? This might really, we could finagle this being an emergency. This is Ida talking.
Break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah. Anders, but I thought that was more for acts of God than anything else. Well, I'll tell you what. We're probably not going to want to deal with any kind of gods or anything like that if we got a bunch of lizard folk coming to our doorstep with a bunch of weapons. So I think maybe this does count as an emergency. I'm going to tell y'all what.
No.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sweeten the pot. So how many is y'all? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of you counting the new guy in the back. I sees you. All right. Well, 1,600 gold.
I did say you were negotiating with the individual. I didn't remember requesting any additional.
You're now a guild.
That's very nice.
And so the guild does the negotiations.
I would just require a few more gems.
If that's what you want, we can definitely, get your portion of it. Because wait, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 6 of you. I said that before. There's 6 of you, 16, I ain't good with them numbers. Hold on. 16, 1, 6, and she gets out a parchment. 1, 6, 2 zeros is 100. And we gotta divide, make that into 6 individuals. Yes. So there's 1, 6, and 16, which leaves a 10. And then that's 100, and then we divide that by.
Oh my God, somebody please give her the answer now.
But like how many? There's no
time.
There's no sixes. There's no 6s in 100.
Oh my God.
So that's a 0. So 6, 0.
Out my calculator.
Okay, so by my calculations, that's 600 gold a person.
Excellent. Yes, that'll do nicely.
Anders, wait a minute. That's not right at all.
That seems right.
No, I like that. That's definitely right.
That's No, that is not correct at all.
You're right. 700.
Indeed, that is also not correct.
Who made you the math king?
Hey, I'm trying to get us paid here, lady.
Not you, him.
My dear, I am the head of one of the largest shipping companies of the city.
Oh, so you can cover the costs. Great.
I am not personally paying for any of this. This comes out of the coffers of the city itself. Although my taxes are part of it. This is frustrating. I want you to all to understand how frustrating this is for me.
Do we pay taxes?
Wait, don't give me any ideas.
Your guild will, at the end of the year, like every other guild, based upon what they own. Don't worry about it right now. We've got months before that matters. Let me finish this.
Can we register as a non-profit guild?
That doesn't make.
My family's lawyer lives in town. I can talk to him.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there is no.
Yeah, we needed 501.
Yeah, there's no 501. Yeah, there is no 501c3 in the world of Dungeons and/or Dragons.
So is a W-2 or a 1099? I'm curious.
So that's going to be 266 gold with some silver and copper. That seems far too. We will do 270 each. That is the correct number, not 600.
Very well.
So that's 1,620 total gold coins. That is decided. First thing in the morning, you shall leave and head that direction and return with whatever information that you can give us. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Excellent.
And I will also remind the council that we're going to try our best not to start a full-scale war.
That would be preferable, yes.
And we apologize here and now in advance, just in case we are, in fact, who I believe we are.
I don't
I
apologize.
mean, we are.
I don't apologize for anything.
They're all going to be dead. So, I mean, either way, crisis averted. If we kill them all, which we're probably going to do,
That's exactly my... you're reading my mind, sir. So, I think it's a win-win for everybody, and either way, I get paid.
And either way, I get paid. There you go. All right. And with that, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. You just spent a month in town recuperating from all your wounds, so everyone's going to be at full HP and have full hit dice and all those other fun things. Any mundane purchases have been handled. You spent a whole lot of money trying to get get magical items, which you were able to purchase, and yeah, that's
I need to know if the face Nomicon is finished.
It is
so
not yet.
Okay.
It is not yet. He does ask, since you wanted him to put the gems in there, did you want to give him the gems now or wait till it's closer to being done?
No, we'll wait until it's complete. And
Okay.
socket gems last, yes.
Okay.
Is there a potion vendor in town, like apothecary or anything like
For what are you looking for?
that? Just like potion of healing or something, just to have a little safety net?
Good idea.
So a standard potion of healing, I believe we can probably do that. Give me a second here.
Are they common items?
I think they are. I think they are.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2 common.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're common. So yeah, you can find those. They're 50 gold each.
Okay.
Damn, the ogre spent 50 gold on Skamos?
Worth it.
I mean, yeah. So how many are you buying?
I'm gonna buy 4 of them.
All right. Yeah, so that's going to be 200 gold.
Okay.
I'll pick up 3 myself, but
So there's 4 of them for you, Seeable. And Mel, you're buying how many? 3?
yeah, 3.
Okay.
And I'd like 2, please.
Man, you all are
Aha.
Ready for war.
spending.
Doomsday preppers? Yeah,
How many?
Know who we are?
How many were you getting, Nessa?
2.
2.
Which
got
no
it.
doubt I'm gonna have to give to Mel, so I might as well have some.
Okay.
Yay! I have an adult.
Anybody else?
Bro.
I would like to make sure there's a guard stationed at Guildhall when
You leave?
we can do that next time.
Yeah. I mean, so the doors lock, everything else. So if you want to hire a guard, I'll have to double check on how much that is a day. I think it's like a silver per day, but I'd have to double check. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to end it.
Cool.
So yeah, you were able to get some admin stuff done. It was admin day, basically.
There you go, yeah.
Woo!
Get caught up with everything and get about a month's worth of rest in before moving on with the next portion of the adventure, in which you have been you're getting paid to find out what is going on with this stronghold area with lizard folk, with your good friend Oceanus. And with that, that's the end of it. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all. Special thanks to all the players hanging out and playing the game with me, and to all of you watching out there in TV land. We're gonna start Nessa. We're gonna start with Nessa. What you got to talk about, Nessa? Introduce yourself. Tell the folks about what you do and where you are.
Hi, I'm
where
the
they can find
Rusty
you.
Panda. You can find me on Twitch here, twitch.tv/the Rusty Panda with an extra A at the end. I do variety streaming. I do a little bit of music, some originals, and then I've taken over in honor of Tipsy Roo. I've started Wiki Wednesdays back up again, and so on Wednesdays we do Wiki Wednesday, where we're interviewing streamers about life and going through the Wikipedia rabbit hole to figure out more stuff about them and learn some stuff for us.
I did that with Tipsy, actually. We got on the subject of Dungeons and Dragons. Imagine that. And I talked a lot about D&D.
Remember
Yeah, that was fun.
So that's the Rusty Panda. Pingus is just a mod, so he doesn't do anything.
I
He's
just
a
troll.
P-mod.
He just sits there and laughs at my antics. That's what he does.
I'm a professional.
Yeah, he's a professional. Exactly. See ya, Bolt, aka Captain E-Rock. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourselves?
Hey, still playing a rogue that most of the party doesn't know is a changeling.
Well,
come on, wait.
one new person knows. One new person knows now.
All right.
Well, kinda.
Kinda, yeah. So, yeah, Captain E-Rock here on Twitch.tv, also on the YouTubes. And, yeah, variety content. Sometimes I sing stupid stuff, kind of like Alan does. So, yeah. Check it out.
But his songs are better. Mel! I don't know if you're doing anything or not. You were and then you weren't, so you're just working now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just a working man, trying not to get Thorgrim here in trouble with the rest of the party.
No, it's
And-
great. That's great.
Yes. And Danabo, aka Wilvane, aka he doesn't do anything either, except for the new thing that you're doing now. Right? With the helping people?
Oh no, I've been doing that since Mixers.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So yeah, if you need help with Discord, send me a message. Need help setting up your OBS? Any bot issues?
He does all those
Message.
things. Excellent.
Yeah. My streaming schedule's like once every 2 weeks now. It's got
Okay.
always talk about how music is therapy and Jonathan's writing lyrics and
What is
whatnot
that?
is therapy. So we needed some therapy during the pandemic.
What is this?
We do need some therapy.
We need some therapy during the pandemic.
I mean, yours are
I don't know what that. I checked one thing on my phone and I think I accidentally opened something. But yeah, we all need
We're learning about UFOs.
we all need to know. We all need therapy, and there's
Especially Nate.
UFOs happening.
Stay safe out there.
So
Right.
you know,
Thank you, Alan.
avoid being probed. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here
Thanks,
again.
Alan.
Thank you very much for your time and attention. As always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Remember, you only have one life to live, so does everyone else around you. Try to make their lives better than what it was when you got there, or at a minimum, do not make it worse. I will see y'all later. Have a great night, and eat pork.
Eat.
It's the other white meat or something.
The eye rests. It has shown you all it can for now. This is not a time for sorrow, but a time for joy. When one chapter ends, another must always begin. Ponder upon the lessons you have just witnessed, and heed its wisdom. Apply it to your lives. Go forth, be well, and do good towards the others that enter your story. Let your chapter end there.